Hey guys, great to have you here today. In this video, we're going to talk about how to adjust hitting it higher or lower with your weight shift. So this is something that people struggle with a lot of times. How do I shift my weight in golf? I'm going to go over a good overview of what you want to do to shift your weight, when you want to start shifting your weight to the left side. And then if I'm going to hit a low shot, how does that need to differ from when I'm hitting a high shot? So if I'm going to bomb the ball like a Bubba Watson, I'm going to get that driver to launch really high and just crush it 350 yards. I need to launch it high and let it ride up in the air. If I'm going to hit a low shot, more penetrating, imagine there's wind back in your face and I'm going to have it penetrate through the wind. How do I need to do that a little bit differently? And this is going to apply for every club in the bag, whether you're hitting a 6-iron like I am here today, or whether you're hitting a driver, you're going to do the exact same thing. So with a low penetrating shot, if you can imagine, something we talk about is what we call the compression line in our top speed golf system. So what this means is, as I come down to impact, if I want to get that nice clean divot in front of the golf ball, I want to have everything to where it's releasing right in front of that golf ball. I need to have my left ankle, my left hip, and my left shoulder socket all lined up and slightly tilted away from the target. So if this is a vertical line, then we would have slightly tilted back, and that's all in a straight line, slightly away from the target. Now that's going to give me my normal ball flight. If I want to have a lower ball flight, I'll get what's called a little bit more stacked on top of the ball. So imagine I'm going to hit the old Tiger Woods Stinger 2-iron. Well, I'm going to get a little bit more stacked to where now this is vertical, or I could even be just a couple degrees in front of vertical to really hit that low penetrating shot. That wouldn't be what you'd want to do for all your shots, but it's not bad for this kind of thing where you want to hit it low. So this swing, I'm going to go ahead and try to hit a low one here. I got my radar out. We'll go ahead and look at the numbers on Flight Scope here in a second. But let's go ahead and try this low penetrating shot. I'm going to feel like as I shift to the left, my left shoulder gets all the way in front of my left ankle, and then I'm going to hit down and through this ball, basically a low bullet for a 6-iron. There we go. That was really low. I felt like I got up there on my front foot and my weight shifted. I felt like all the pressure was on kind of on the outside of my left foot, and I really was able to hit that thing really, really low. So if we look at the numbers here, we're looking at the total height was only 66 feet. That's really low for a 6-iron. 93 miles an hour clubhead speed, 177 carry. So this isn't going to get maximum carry distance. This is going to land a little sooner, but it's really going to take off. 192 yards of after the rollout. So that's low penetrating shot. 6,100 RPMs of spin. That's pretty low for a 6-iron. And like I said, 66 total feet of height. So that's the maximum height that ball got. Now let's go ahead, and what I'm going to feel like is I'm going to go on the other end of the spectrum. So that was my left ankle, my left hip, and my left shoulder stacked up on top of each other, leaning to the left. My normal one, like we talk about in the Top Speed Golf System, I actually have a whole series of videos walks you through on exactly how to get this lined up for good shots, is going to be basically tilted slightly away. On this one, I'm going to tilt even more away. So my ankle, hip, and shoulder are going to be leaning back away from the target more. That's what you see guys like Bubba Watson and long drivers doing when they're trying to get maximum distance and really get that ball to launch higher. As I start to tilt my body back, that's going to raise the launch angle of my golf ball. No matter what I'm doing, here's a key component of this. You don't want to get hip pain in golf. You don't want to feel like you're putting a lot of strain on your hip. If I feel like I get my weight going to the left and I'll let my hip bump out in front, that's going to have a lot of pain on your left hip. No matter if I'm trying to hit it low, high, or in between, I want to have my ankle, my hip, and my shoulder all lined up in a straight line. So this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a little bit more weight on my right side. I'm going to feel like here, on the first one, you can feel like your belt buckle gets in front of the golf ball. Here, I'm going to feel like my belt buckle stays behind the golf ball as I rotate open, and I'm going to launch this thing really, really high. Let's go ahead and try it out. There we go. I really tried to exaggerate that one. That one went a mile in the air. Just straight up, really, really high. I'm guessing that went well over 100 feet. Swing speed, 96.7, so almost exactly the same. Last one was 95, I believe. Carry distance was a little farther. This one was 182 because I got that ball to really launch. If I'd hit the normal trajectory, it actually probably would have been the farthest today since there's no wind out here. Vertical launch of 17, that's pretty high for a 6-iron. Hit it a little low on the face, so it didn't get as high as it could have actually. Total height 119.8. So that ball went basically twice as high as the first one. And the key thing there was on the first one, my belt buckle got in front of the golf ball. My ankle, hip, shoulder were leaning forward. On the second one, my belt buckle felt like, this is the feeling, not exactly what's going to happen, but my belt buckle felt like I stayed behind the golf ball. Ankle, hip, and shoulder were still in a line but tilted away from the target. Go out to the range and practice this. I want you to hit 9 shots. The first one I want you to go ahead and hit nice and low. See how low you can get that ball to go. It's a full swing. I don't want you to do a punch shot where we just go like this. I want to go ahead and swing all the way on through the shot, make a good full swing. Do one normal height and then one very high. Go through that 3 times. You're going to get control of your ball flight. It's really going to help you on those downwind holes. Launch the ball high, let it ride the wind. On the end of the wind holes, keep it low under the wind and get it penetrating. It's going to help you to have a lot more control of your golf game. All right guys, I hope y'all really enjoyed this video. If you did, I got an even better bonus for you. If we want to get distance in the golf swing, we've got to get a lot of lag, and then we've got to let that lag go. Well, I've got my #1 lag video. I'm going to play a preview of that here in a second. If you're on a desktop device, go ahead and click the link that pops up on your screen. If you're on a phone or a tablet, click the iCard that's somewhere on your screen right now. That's going to take you to where you can get instant access to that full video. Plus, you're going to get 5 videos from our Top Speed Golf system. Never going to cost you a dime. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. Click that thumbs up button. That really helps us out. And also remember to subscribe. That way you'll see our newest videos. See you guys in the lag video. Hi guys, and welcome back. I'm Clay Ballard, and in today's video we're going to talk about one of the absolute worst drills for creating lag. It's a very common drill that I see. And in this drill, what we're going to do is we're going to set the wrist very early to create an angle of lag, and then we're going to try to hold this throughout the swing. It's one of the worst things that you can do to build lag. I'm going to talk about the science behind why this is the case, and I'm also going to give you a great drill to help you improve your lag, all in this video. Let's go ahead and get started. If I do it this way versus holding that position, exact same thing happens when we're building lag in the golf swing. So what we want to do is throughout the swing, I want to have a very low and wide takeaway. So I'm not going to set my wrist early at all. If you look at a lot of the top players, you look at Adam Scott, very wide takeaway, not very much wrist set at all. You look at Rory McIlroy, look at Tiger Woods. All these players are using a wide takeaway and not getting very much wrist set, so that later in the swing, as we start down, we can increase this wrist set, and we're really only going to max out this angle of lag for a split second in the downswing. Okay, so a 3-step drill here. Now, as we get started with this, I want to remind you that the fulcrum in this golf club for getting a massive amount of lag is right at the end of the golf club. This is where I want my hinge point to be.